really do it today. I'll overdo it today, but I will make sure to do it less tomorrow. And I think that is the rationale behind the 2-week experiment. It's the idea of going all in for 2 weeks, really getting the maximum enjoyment, knowing that after 2 weeks, I'm definitely not going to do these things ever again. That's the binge eaters mentality. Logo, but I'll eat all the cake today, and then I promise I will never eat cake again. That binge starve cycle has never worked for anyone. Another lesson learned is that instant gratification actually makes you into a bad person. You are not your nicest, kindest person when you are indulging in these things. It's something that we've never wanted to admit because we don't want to say that, oh, people who watch Netflix all day are bad people. People who smoke weed all day are bad people. But they're at least not as good as they could be. Because when your life is shit, when you're overindulging in instant gratification and you're just rationalizing the addiction, you inevitably are not going to be as happy and as positive and as nice and kind and loving as you could be. And this made me realize that the more instant gratification you do, more likely that it turns you into just quite a horrible person. At the very least, someone who I don't want to be around, because it makes you into like a shell of a person. It strips you away from your own personality, from your own thoughts, the things that you identify with when you journal and you meditate and you exercise and you do a lot of thinking. It strips you away from that. You don't have a personality anymore. You are a stoner. You don't have a personality anymore. You're a guy who plays League. All you do is consume. You become what you consume. You are what you eat. And so I was a salted caramel truffle. I was a League of Legends player. I was a stoner. I wasn't Hamza. I wasn't the guy who has like the personality that you've tuned in for. I was a shell of a person. Even though it sounds horrible for me to say that this is what a lot of people are like, I think now that I believe that that's true. That if all you do is consume, you just become the platform. If all you do is scroll on Instagram for 6 hours a day, you become Instagram. It's so hard to pull yourself out of the comfortable grip that instant gratification has on you, because the remedy to a lifestyle like this is obviously to start doing the work, start committing to delayed gratification. But when you've got a lifestyle like this, it's not just the one-step process of doing the work, because now what you've got to do is reduce the instant gratification and increase the delayed gratification. To make your life better, you've got to do both steps. That's when it gets difficult. That's when it gets very difficult. In a practical sense, that means that whilst you're high, you may have to go to the gym, which you're not going to do. It means that in the middle of your 6-hour League of Legends session, you should probably go and do your homework or your university work, which you're probably not going to do because your mind's just fumbled, it's fried. And what I found was that you can't even reach for help. You can't. I'm surprised I even sent this message to this guy on Reddit, but like I had people to message. I had people who could have probably like helped me and spoke to me, but it felt like I couldn't even speak to them. It felt like I couldn't send the message out to my family saying like something's wrong. Like I'm literally like being an addict right now. I'm being a waste man. I need someone to like pull me out of this situation, this environment, because you've got that massive sense of guilt and that self-hatred towards yourself. When you keep committing to the instant gratification, you feel like shit. And not only do you feel like shit because of the negatives of the instant gratification, you feel like shit because you know you're a waste man. You know that you're literally just ruining your life with your own actions. And so you don't even feel like you've got the confidence to simply send out a message to get someone to help you, because you almost don't feel like you're worth it. For some people, this life is normal. This was my sickening, dumb 2-week instant gratification experiment. For some people, this life is normal. For my girl at the time, she didn't even think it was an experiment. We were just smoking and eating a little bit more.